Hello, Joe. Great to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Innovative Designs is the maker of Insultex House Wrap. For viewers new to the story, Joe, explain what Insultex House Wrap is.
Yes, Insultex House Wrap is a state-of-the-art new house wrap that isn't involved in just a moisture barrier. What it is, it gives you a moisture barrier as well as insulation value. I believe that we're the only house wrap in the market today gives you both the insulation value as well as the moisture barrier. Our house wrap is a R6. As you can see, our Insultex house wrap is almost 2 millimeters thick. To achieve an R value of 6, this is how thick the board would be, which is 1 inch thick. So you've got 2 millimeters compared to 1 inch. The question is, well, why? How can something so thin be so highly insulative? Well, Insultex is comprised of evacuated cells. What evacuated cells are tiny vacuums, countless millions of cells that are all microscopic vacuums. We all know that a vacuum is the best insulator that there is. And what we have here, because of the evacuated cells, the thermal energy cannot travel in a direct path right through it as it does in your regular insulations. Because of the microscopic cells, the energy has to go in a tortuous path to get to the other side. That's the reason why this product is so highly insulative.
Now let's turn to the lawsuit. Could you talk about that for a moment?
Before we made a claim of the R6 and what the house wrap did, we had scientific proof that we indeed had an R6, and literally thousands and thousands of homes that have used the Insultex house wrap. There's not one complaint that's been logged. So we suspect, and the whole world suspects, that it was a competitor complaint. We took it to court, and obviously, what we ended up coming up on top. The federal judge realized that we had proven that our claims were true, and in fact, scientifically did everything we had to do, and it was ruled in our favor. So as far as the lawsuit is concerned, we're finished. It's done.
Joe, let's turn to sales now. What targets do you have, and have you added any sales force yet?
We brought on several distributors to cover different territories in the United States. We recently brought on a company called CCSI from Texas, which has Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and they deal mainly with building products. And they do business with a lot of the major home builders in those states. We also have Lindus Construction in Wisconsin, who has been with us from the inception, and they refused to stop using Insultex. In thousands of homes that they put it in, they never had a complaint. We've added other distributors in other parts of the country. In Michigan, they all have 3, 4 different states. And the distributors keep coming on board as they find out about the product, and obviously that no one wants to do business with a company that's in litigation. So the litigation is over. So everybody's starting to come out of the woodwork now for the product, because this is a state-of-the-art product. To answer your question, yes, we are really gearing up for sales.
Joe, for investors looking for more information on Innovative Designs, do you have a website that they can look at?
Yes, we do, sir. The InsultexHouseWrap.com. You can find every bit of information, whether it's scientific. I mean, it's a very, very thorough. It was put together and looked over by the expert in the field. And it's also described in a day-to-day person type that would understand it. We have the scientific explanation, and then we went on a step further so that the normal contractor, that isn't a scientist would understand. We also have one called IDIgear.com, which is for the apparel industry. And we started with the apparel industry. And it turned out so well that You know, they used our product in the 2002 and 2006 Olympic teams for their Winter Olympics. And, you know, it proved the insulation value was so high that we decided to attempt to go into the building industry. And we did with great success in the beginning. As I said, we had two of the nation's top retail for construction.
Joseph, it's a great story. I want Insultex for my own house. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being with you.